Yo, it's Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. I'm Jason Lee.
Hey, it's DJ Damage.
All right, so look, I hope you're watching the show on YouTube, but if you're not, stream it on iTunes, iHeart, Google Play, or Spotify for your best streaming experience.
Do it.
Yo, listen, I have to tell everybody that I'm excited to announce that I am down 58 pounds.
Talk about it.
58 pounds. I feel great. I look great. I am wearing an extra large sweater and it's oversized.
Hey, so the thing is the target goal. What is it? Where are we going?
You know what? I don't know. Wherever this body says I'm stopping, yeah, I can't control it. So this is one of the things. Is now my problem was I couldn't stop gaining weight. Now I can't stop losing weight, but I'm not complaining. So
That's what's up, man. It's a good journey. I see all the ladies is loving you out there.
yeah, lots of WAP in my inbox. Listen, you're gonna have to come to the house soon because my gym is literally almost built.
You just tell me when to pull up. We in there.
I'm getting the mirror. I'm getting the mirrors laid this week. Next week, my rack comes, and then my what do you call it? Stairmaster comes, and then I have all the weighted balls and the jump ropes and the kettlebells and the dumbbells. I got it all. So you just come over and do whatever you want to do.
I'm definitely coming through. And for everybody watching, take this opportunity to better yourself, work on your health, work on your fitness, work on your mental. That's what me and Jason are doing. We want you to do it too. So we're not just talking about us getting better. We want you to get better as well.
And that's the real reason. I'm glad you said that's the real reason why I'm sharing this journey with people, because I want people to understand that self-love, self-care, and mastering, bettering yourself is an okay thing. Like, you have permission to love yourself. And I think that for me, I needed to know that I had permission. I ain't going to ever lose or give that permission away anymore. And I say the weight number because it just represents continual progress. And, for me, it's really still about the work that's happening on the inside. I just went to New York for the first time. I did all the things that I would do when I go to New York, except this time I was very mindful of what I was eating. And people are like, oh, well, you can't even eat shit. No, I'm eating food, but I'm just not eating a lot of food, and I'm not eating unhealthy food. And so it's just about choice.
Yeah, and we all have the choice. We all go to the grocery store and we make the choice to buy some nasty shit or shit that's not good for you. And you can get a little bit of that for the weekend, but let's really work on what we put in our bodies, because right now it's a very stressful time. What's happening in politics, what's happening out in these streets, what might be happening with a lot of people's finances. So really take some time and put the right things in your body.
And two of the things that I always keep in mind is, and this is going to sound so basic and people are like, Jason, we already knew this. Number one, if you're not hungry, do not eat.
That's hard.
If you're just don't eat. Like,
that's the hardest thing.
I was probably a snack eater. You know what I mean? Like, I would eat some grapes and I would eat this and just be watching Golden Girls and eating things. But look, don't eat if you're not hungry. And the other thing too is pay attention to your body. And if you eat something like bread or gluten and you feel it makes you lethargic or it doesn't make you feel well, just don't eat it no more. Replace it with something else. So I'm excited. I haven't been to New York, Damage, in like 9 months. And when I went out there, seeing people for the first time, their reaction was like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, nigga, I'm healthy. What are you talking about? So it felt good. That was that little reinforcement I needed. Shout out to Wendy Williams. I had lunch with her. She came from behind. She goes, oh my God, I didn't even recognize you from behind. And then she loves my gray hair. And I'm like, Wendy, I know you ain't flirting with me. But her show comes back September 21st. I can't wait to see it because my mornings are really boring at this point. Like, I've just given up on entertainment in the morning.
Nah, I did the same. I just get up and go to the gym and the TV don't even cut on. I don't know how people are doing it. I don't know how you're not trying to do something to better yourself, because it's so boring in the house. And I'm addicted to chips. So every time I'm hungry, I just get a scoop of peanut butter and I eat that. And it's so hard to digest. I don't want to eat anything else for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that's how I discipline myself.
And that goes back to like the whole COVID thing. Like, I'm not as stressed as I was at first because I have found a way to replace being stressed with being productive. Shout out to my team who's creating all new digital content. If you go to our Facebook, I'll put our Facebook right here below. Please go check out our Facebook. We put daily content up of all the hottest topics, video content, and I have a new show, Gagging with Jason Lee. Now, this past week we had T.S. Madison on and Jonathan Fernandez from Love and Hip Hop because of all the Tahiri and Joe Budden drama. And we had, I have a team and have developed a team of perfectionists, and we are all perfectionists, but we live in an imperfect world, especially with technology. And we had a motherfucking show last night full of debauchery, But it was such a good show. We spilled a lot of tea about the whole Tamar situation with her new man. We talked about Joe, allegedly jacking dogs off. Joe Budden jacking dogs off and just different, allegedly. I don't know what's happening, but that all came out last night. I'm going to put a little sizzle reel here that we put together just so you can get into it. But it's the new show, Gagging with Jason Lee. It's on YouTube. And please stop asking for damage because he ain't there yet, but he will be coming soon to Get Reckless, but it's only if he's going to come there and be a hot-ass mess. Take a look. If you thought that we weren't going to have... Wait, what was that? You already knew... Wait, there ain't even water. I ain't even got no water. Oh, shit. Listen, if you thought this was going to be perfect, then you must not have been following my career. So gag on this blooper reel. I'm back! Can they hear the sound effects? Before I continue, I need to know that you can hear it. We got to figure out how to turn up the sound effects. Gagging! She asking for $2 million a month? A month? Because you were beat by Dre? Allegedly. It's cheaper to kill somebody. Girl, can you put some comments on the screen? I can't see what the people are saying. Oh. It's over here. Back to this girl. I got sidetracked. Can they hear the sound effects? I'm reading your comments. Please tell me if you can hear them, please. You can hear them? Loud enough? Hold on. All right, bye, Dre. Bye, Beats. Beat it. Now you gonna hear me. We don't know what happened to the camera. Okay, there I am. We talked about Beats by Dre, and now we're gonna talk about Beats by Joe.
I want to make the dog feel good by playing with their fucking privates.
They wanted to replace these girls with this group. What the fuck? Looking at you, Candace, you're such a dumbass fucking bitch. I swear to God, I fucking am so fucking mad at you. Fucking cunt. Okay, maybe cunt was a little harsh. Not really. Trump lapdog. You ain't a right winger. You're a fucking used chicken winger. Wingstop clown looking motherfucker. Have we pinned the link? Can somebody tell me if we pinned the link? The link you put up, girls, for the last show. So you need to give her the right link. Is it pinned? Anyway, this hoe. I said it, you's a hoe. And you know you a hoe. How do you know? Because I told you so. She ain't been fucked right. That's the problem. Maybe she should be the camera person that holds Melania's OnlyFans video content. Is Jonathan in? Tell him to log in now. I can't hear you yet. You ain't on mute, are you? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Watch how we improvise. Hold on a minute. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I had a guest on a cell phone. So what? Where there's a will or an iPhone, there's a way. This is some ghetto shit. If you don't take your hustle and flow, loose pussy ass out the goddamn conversation and sit the fuck down on a dick that can bring about some change, bitch, and shut the fuck up about black issues until you have a black dick in your asshole, stop fucking talking. Please don't hit me up about how I'm better than that because I said what the fuck I said. At least I kept T.S. Madison entertained. Are you postmating somebody in the middle of the show? People are saying they can see us and hear us both now. Is this what happens on your first? My first show was great.
Listen, this happens. This is live.
I'm a perfectionist, so of course I'm annoyed as fuck right now.
Lord have mercy. Do not let that stuff distract you.
I actually got my hands on a bit of the tape from the show that hasn't aired yet. We don't have that? Oh no, we're getting that. Cut it into the show right now. I'm gonna keep talking about it. Do we have the clip now? Go. Now, I text Tamar today, and I didn't get permission to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is my show.
No, don't do it. Don't do that.
Put up the text message.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, here's the 911 call. We got it. Production put it together.
You shouldn't have put that text message out that you and Tamar had. Unless she told you, you could have did that. Now, that's what this text message right here.
Is there are there callers or no?
Oh, yeah, I hear somebody saying Jason.
Jason, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I don't even want to disrespect the callers, and I don't even want to disrespect the viewers.
It's okay. The show is still buzzing.
This. Now.
Literally.
Is the buzzing gone? There will be a meeting after this show. I appreciate everybody being patient. I appreciate everybody sipping slow. I appreciate those of you that stayed on when the shit got crazy. I love T.S. Madison. I love Jonathan Fernandez. I love everybody that we've talked about on the show. More importantly, I love all of you that called in or that wanted to call in or that wanted to participate today. I'm not even going to take another phone call because I got to get the shit right. And I promise you next week, I'll do less topics and more phone calls and more interactions. I promise you. This is my second show. We'll work it all out.
Come back Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Because I got Sky on here. You already know she might be blunted and not even show Show up on time. Gag on that.
All right. And you know, the other thing, Damage, is since I came on your legendary
media group
training, your people keep sending me their self-tapes now, sending me examples of the
You
notes.
told them to.
They took
They
the
trying
note.
to get Jason. They want to be on your team.
I
They
know.
want to be on your team.
They took the notes that I gave them and they went and edited their own videos and they're following up. So it's good to see that, like, you know, they're getting the lessons, but the hustle got to come with it.
Yeah, do.
And that's why
I think that's one thing people don't get to see about you a lot, because it's you say a lot of funny and wild shit, but there's a lot of hustle behind that door that I don't think a lot of people can see. It's not easy to put the gagging show together. It's a whole production. I know people just come in and type and enjoy it. There's a whole production. There's a whole team that puts that together.
There's a whole Adam behind that.
Adam!
And I think I stressed Adam. I stressed poor Adam out yesterday. I had to create a support group for Adam. I said, could people just go right by his house and check on him? You know, again, the thing is that people, you have to realize, like, we built Hollywood Unlocked from nothing. If you're sitting at home right now, Damage built Legendary Media Group from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about being perfect when you start. It's about always striving for perfection, but also knowing that, like, perfection does not exist.
It doesn't.
And I do have to say to the fans, man, I love the fact that I have been in a real narcissistic way looking for bad comments, or maybe it's pessimistic, looking for negative comments about last night, and I can't really find any. All of you are showing up and supporting, and you understand that technical difficulties happen. But yeah, we're going to get it tightened this week. Sky from Black Ink Crew will be on, or next week, Tuesday. Sky from Black Ink Crew will be on, and Damage, you got to catch an episode and tell me. I want your feedback. I really do.
No. And I caught the first episode. I didn't see this last one where you were talking about Joe Buttons, but I'm gonna definitely catch this next one because I think Sky is hilarious. You know, I met her with you when we was in Miami.
Yeah, the yacht. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I love how she gives it up.
Yeah.
What
did you just say?
I love how she give it up. Jason, see how you showing your age?
No, because you being messy. I met her with you in Miami, and I like how she gives it up.
I met her when she was with her dude.
Now she having sex with him on my boat, by the way.
Exactly. So it ain't nothing like that.
That's
Are
right.
they still together?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
I want them to get back together because they have
cool.
they have a sexual chemistry that makes me want to be sexual. You know, like it just
beyond that, Jason. They seem like they was a good couple.
Yeah, but Sky is a good person. You know, I love. She comes over. She goes outside. We get grounded together. We put our feet in the grass, do some real, hippie type shit. But I love Sky, and I love the show, and I love my team, and I love the fans. So keep showing up and keep supporting. You know, and I love this person that we have coming on the show today, Sukihana from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Mm-hmm. You know, speaking of hustle, speaking of perseverance, and speaking of somebody who came on the scene and built their shit from scratch, you know, she's coming on. I've never met her, and so I'm interested to see, you know, what she's about.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's go. Suki, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Yeah, of course. So listen, you know, Love and Hip Hop, you know, we're of the same family, just different coasts. I love the Miami show. I've been trying to get over there on your guys' show because y'all got so much going on. I want to come start some shit.
Yeah, it was fun.
But I love that they added you on the show because, you know, it's kind of hard to bring in new people that really pop and that have personality and then don't really give a fuck. You came into the show as ratchet as you wanted to be, unapologetic about it, and not only unapologetic, but owned it and then built a whole brand out of it.
Yeah. It was really nice being on the show. I felt like I was the most ratchet one on the show. But I mean, I grew a very big fan base from being on Love and Hip Hop. I already had a big fan base, but being on that, it just went boom.
So what were you doing before Love and Hip Hop? How did you build your fan base?
I always was rapping. I always made music. So Love and Hip Hop been trying to get me for a while. Atlanta wanted me first. I wanted to be on Miami. It was kind of like a tug of war thing, but I was happy I got picked up by Miami because Atlanta is older women. Like I want to be around some young.
Hey.
Wait, so but you're from Delaware, which I didn't even know, and this is going to sound so crazy. I went to a party in Wilmington, Delaware once. Shout out to Patience. She threw something called Trap Stock.
Yeah.
There were so many black people. I didn't even know we had that many black people in Delaware.
Yeah, Jason.
People don't know. See, a lot of people don't know about Delaware, but listen, I'm not the worst ratchet. Like it's thousands of me there. Like I know you've seen that at Trap Stock. Like it's just like a whole nother world.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, Delaware get it in, JC. You know I'm from Philly, so
Oh yeah,
they,
you from
yeah,
Philly?
yeah. People from Delaware come up and get busy for real.
No, actually, I flew into Philly and took an Uber to Delaware. That's how
Yeah,
close it was. But I mean, I got there, and it ain't just black people. It's beautiful black people. It's a beautiful. Sorry, damage. It's some beautiful black niggas over there. I was loving it. I was loving it. I was telling somebody recently when I got there, this one guy, he had just got out of prison. He was like, "Hey, yo, let me holla at you." And I was like, "Okay, what's up?" He was like, "I like you. You be doing all them gay jokes." I was like, I do."
Are you serious right now?
No,
That is
serious,
serious. You must
serious.
like you like them hood guys because that's what you're gonna get in Delaware. That's the type of guys that we got. Real rugged hood guys.
Well,
now,
and we're gonna get hopefully the new president of the United States is from Delaware.
Oh really?
Joe Biden. Joe
that's where
Biden.
he's from.
He's
That's
from
oh he is from Delaware. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's what's crazy? It's a lot of big people from Delaware that a lot of people don't know that they are originally from there. Like me, Joe Biden, Patience, somebody named Cliff Muir that's coming up. It's somebody else really famous from there too. I can't remember,
Yeah.
but we
Man,
got
and look,
like a
you
handful.
said you. That's good enough.
Yeah.
You
Period.
hold it down.
But Jason, I live for you, honey. I like how you talk with your hand. Like I just live for the vibes that you got. I can't wait to
Oh,
meet you in person.
I
Jason.
know, I know. I want to meet you too. I've been watching you ever since you came on the scene, to my attention, and I'm like, I love how, because I remember when you got on Love and Hip Hop, and they had that whole conversation and controversy about the wigs, and I remember how you were giving it back to them and stood firm in who you were, and I feel like when people go into the show knowing who they are, all they could do is blow up because it's like you can't shape who I am because I already know, and I really felt like you already knew that.
I felt like that. I mean, well, I know this that the producers had a lot of pride in casting me for the show because like people kind of looked at me like I'm next. So, they get
Mhm.
credit for breaking out that next star, So I fuck with the producers and everything. I'm excited. I'll probably do another season.
Hey,
But yeah, I hope you get on Miami because you would be the perfect one to make everything whole, honey.
Okay, so why don't we do this? I'm
wait.
gonna hit Mona and just be like, look, me and Suki gotta have a link up moment in Miami. Me, you.
Star of the pot, honey.
You feel like there was any obstacles in filming the show?
It was obstacles. It was like kind of me introducing to the world my motherhood because that's something that I
Mm.
don't put my kids out there. I keep that to myself because that's real life. So I always had to argue with the producers like, listen, I don't want to be vulnerable. Stop making me vulnerable. I'm hood. I'm ratchet. I like to fight. Stop trying to make me be able to be made fun of. I don't want to be that. And they just like, listen, if you open that side of you, you're gonna. It's a lot of women who can relate to you. It's a lot of women who have multiple kids. It's a lot of women who come from where you come from and who struggle at being a rapper or having a career being a mom. So once I finally opened up, which it was really hard. Once I did that, it was like everything started changing. Like I started getting a lot of fans. A lot of people started
Mm.
to stand up for me like hard as fuck.
Yeah,
So they used to tell me, look, they used to tell me, they said, listen, we know you came from Instagram, we know you lit on Instagram, but like they want me to change. They wanted me to change. They wanted me to become more than just Instagram. So I had to open up and show people who I really was to get there.
yeah, and I didn't know you had 3 kids. One of them 10 years old. That's a lot of responsibility. And what people don't know because they didn't start when we started the show today. We were going to do this show with you in the house, but you knew it could get a little racy, and you were like, "I want to be respectful of the kids and my family." And I thought that was pretty responsible, and that was pretty dope.
Yeah. Thank you.
I feel like that's the side people don't see though. They see you, you turning up and you having a good time, but they don't see that you're also a respectful mother, respectful daughter.
Big snakeskin boots with a shoebox full of $20 bills and $100 bills. I said, you know what? In fact, I took that video and sent it to Cardi. I said, she is a fucking fool.
OMG. That's lit. Yeah, I am a fool though. I'm just myself. It's just so happened that I just got famous. Like this is what I do every day. But I'm really thankful that, people love me like how they do because
Mhm.
this is what really pay my bills.
Now you said you like, get a little ratchet, you like to fight. Is that the same thing you look for in a guy, or is it like opposite attracts? You kind of like a real.
That's actually the old me. I don't, when I got on the show, I was still kind of real ratchet, like to fight and all that. But during the show, I started becoming more mature, and
Mhm.
I don't really like to fight no more. Like that's not what I do. I like to shoot now, so that's what I do. I'm just saying, but I mean that ain't me. And what I look for in a guy, I like somebody who could protect me. I like a real nigga, somebody that's gonna cut the check, somebody's gonna treat me like a lady that I am. Yeah. So
But
I
you
don't look for no fighting type of guy, but.
but you're not looking for a man though, because don't you got a man? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I'm saying. Kill Bill.
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I love my man.
Okay,
He
so
asked me to marry him like 3 times. I told him just hold on. Like wait till we get financially stable and we just get our credit and everything
Come
fixed
on,
and stuff. And now my credit score is like 800. And his is 700. But
you
we
getting
almost,
there?
we almost there.
Look at
wait,
her growing together.
wait,
Look,
wait, wait.
growing
So
together.
so so Kill Bill, how long have you guys been together and how did y'all meet?
Okay, me and Kill Bill been together for about a year as a couple.
Mm.
And we met. Have you been to the office yet? You been in Miami
Yeah,
streets?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, we met at the club. I seen him at the club. I didn't know who he was. And I was like, who that nigga over there with all them racks and them diamonds in his mouth? That's my type. And they was like, girl, stay away from him. He be out here, cutting up the streets. And I was like, oh yeah, see, that's my type of fantasy to get fucked by a gangster. So I ended up linking up with him. Somehow we done ran into each other. And I fell in love. He actually started off as my side boyfriend. And
Oh
I
Wait,
wow.
wait. He was the side piece?
yeah.
Wait, who was the other person?
The other person, like you don't know these people.
Right, but I'm just saying you had a whole other situation, and then you met him at the office and was like, "Let me pull up to his desk real quick," and then y'all started messing around. But this was the side, so because men have side pieces, so it's interesting to talk to a woman who has a side piece.
Yeah, he started off as a side piece, and
And was he playing his position right?
he just came through and just snatched me up. Like it wasn't really no position to be played. Like I just had so much fun with him. Like I used to really date like very rich type of white collared men, but when I met him, like our first date was at the Crafty Crabs, and I fell in love at that table. Like it's a difference. Like sometimes materialistic things don't mean everything. Sometimes it be love at first sight. When I met him the first day, I fell in love with him. He fell in love with me. We've been together every day since.
But how do you leave the blue collar for the crafty crab?
Cause I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care.
Mm.
I didn't
Was
want to
it the
be around
sex? Like, was it the sex was that good, or was it
it
that
was
he?
everything. It was just you. I believe in people. People having soulmates, like you all do. We do. You might not have met them yet, but one day you might meet somebody who everything just stopped for. It was more than us just going out and doing regular stuff, but I just cut everybody off. I didn't want to be with nobody but him.
I was glad to hear that she said it's not always about the materialistic things, because you
Yeah.
look on Instagram, you seeing somebody post, my boyfriend got me this and that, and you sitting here saying somebody that got all that,
Um,
that didn't even matter.
I've been saying this for years. All the niggas I had hadn't had shit. What are you talking about? I've been saying, but don't nobody ever give me that credit. It's like, oh,
I'm giving
Yeah,
her the
no,
credit.
material things don't. Bill, can you give me a napkin? Because I'm sweating. It's like 90 degrees out here.
I even said they don't have to speak English. Damage. I've been very open.
Not about-
Wait, don't wait, you're saying like you don't even have to be able to understand what they're saying?
Nah, we can draw. I'm texting a stripper from New York right now, and it's como se llama, whatever. I don't even know what the conversation is really, but
Oh,
I have a translator app, so we do know what we're saying because we use that.
okay, period.
But
Okay.
I think she's saying it's not materialistic, but she's not dating somebody broke and don't know how
No,
to speak
Yeah,
English.
no, no, that's not the point. The point of what I'm trying to say is I've dated a regular person. I've dated the person, most of my people, they all regular, damage. Everything is regular.
I
I'm just
think
saying.
listen, like money really can't buy you happiness. Like I
Hmm.
seen some of my friends, which are like big Instagram models, their boyfriends buy them the best Chanel bags, the biggest Rolexes, and they get treated like a pampered slave. Like
Damn.
no woman deserve that. I have dated
Hmm.
guys who just want to handicap me, buy me everything, but that doesn't. Love is a whole different thing. So I
No,
just feel like people need to just find somebody who they could relate to.
I'm glad they're hearing it from you too.
well, and they can't really handicap you because the money. I mean, you and Kill Bill, aren't y'all killing on OnlyFans together?
Yeah.
Wait, so I have to know because I haven't peeked into your OnlyFans page. Are y'all like some people they just play with the OnlyFans and some people are busting it all the way open. What are y'all doing?
Um, we doing the most.
Really?
I wouldn't say I was busting it open yet, but we is doing the most.
Are you guys having sex on there?
Mm, it depends on what that is.
Okay. Is there oral copulation happen? Is there fellatio happening?
But is
Okay.
it like implied or that it's the full experience?
Lied. What?
Well, you know how like it could be like the silhouette, like it's the shadow, or
Oh no, 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 honey.
Suki is with all the shit. She ain't
I'm just
implying
I
shit.
asking.
haven't tuned in just yet.
Garfield is on there,
Wait,
honey.
did you see who?
Garfield.
Garfield.
The kitty? I can't. Listen, you see she has a Bentley. You ain't pushing no Bentley because you implying that you doing something. You getting the
Yeah.
money. Wait, so was you really did buy that car from OnlyFans?
Yes.
Talk about it.
That's
Really.
amazing.
I mean, basically, I would definitely give credit to OnlyFans because I have stopped shows and everything because of the pandemic. Like, I didn't
Mhm.
really want to put my kids at risk, so I've been staying in my house every day. OnlyFans is how I make a lot of my money. But I mean, a lot of people, I feel like I normalized it in a way. Like I normalized it. Beyonce, Cardi B, that's just it is what it is. A lot of people be hating, but it's just like they won't get off their ass to try to get no money. You can't hate on another bitch or how she put a roof over her kid's head. This how I eat. This is me.
Talk
I'm
about
in
it.
love. I don't have to look for no man. I don't have to look for love. It's not like, oh, she could never be a wife. My man proposed to me about 3 times already. It's not that, it's this is how I feed my family.
Well, and I talked to Bobby Lights. He said he made $200,000 doing
Oh,
OnlyFans,
oh
and
yeah.
you know,
Did you see his OnlyFans?
I refuse to go, but I have been getting videos sent to me. People think I want to see Bobby, but he don't Bobby. You know, Bobby don't care. That's what I love about the Miami cast. I feel like the one thing that Hollywood is missing for sure, and why I don't have that much fun filming that show is because everybody's very much into. Oh, I don't want to do that. It looks bad. Oh, that's not good for my brand. It's
Yeah.
just like what are we doing? You guys show up and show the fuck out. That scene y'all had at the bar with all those white people.
Oh my gosh.
That was so funny. I
It was
literally,
in person. A lot of it didn't make it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
but
I would Hollywood is really, really bougie.
yeah.
I like Miami because it's just like we all know that we got our little flaws, we ratchet, and it's just real gutter. Like, and I like how nobody like really judged me from the show from doing OnlyFans because now everybody on it is kind of doing it now.
Well, I think
Mm.
why you when you talk about normalizing it for me and looking at how you've marketed it has been you know what I mean, like the snakeskin boots, walking bow legged, talking shit with the $20 bills in the shoebox. I was just like, you know what, you really are playing into the the classy ratchet shit.
Classy, yeah, classy ratchet.
You
Yeah.
also funny though. Like, you gotta get credit for you're hilarious. I'm sure like all your friends love you. You probably always been funny.
I always wanted to do stand up.
Like yeah, you're like legit hilarious.
Why don't you do ratchet stand up?
I was thinking about incorporating it into my shows.
You should.
Just like because what I do when I do have shows already, I will stop the music to tell like to give the crowd some advice, or I'm already giving jokes on the mic anyway. So I think one day I am going to incorporate that into one of my shows.
Now that
So
takes talent too. For you to have that skill naturally, like that, you got brush your shoulders off a little bit. That's not
So,
easy to do.
so back to the OnlyFans really quick. So having 3 kids, do you ever wonder do you ever think about them seeing or finding out about OnlyFans? Like,
I,
or
I mean, me being an adult entertainer, just like Kim, just like Cardi, just like Nikki. I mean, when you're an adult entertainer, like that's your career. But I feel like people really need to monitor their children. Like my children don't just be going all on Google and doing this and that. My children's tablets are monitored. They're kids. Like a lot of people probably don't give a fuck about what their kids look at, but I do. My children don't even know my music. They know certain songs. Like
mm,
I don't I don't show that life to my children. One day when they get of age and they get older, if they
Hmm.
were to question me about why I did what I did, I'm gonna explain.
Hmm.
Tuition costs. The lifestyle that we live costs. Like I don't live like how I used to live, and I don't want my children live like I come from Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. I don't want my children to live there. It's really wild. Like
Yeah.
all my friends are drug drug addicts. Like literally everybody that I grew up with, they don't have teeth in their mouth. They're on drugs. When I was 15, I guess Perks came to the city. Percocet came to the city really bad. It was just a big pandemic with that. Everybody in my age group started doing them. Now, when I came back to the hood, all of them are high. Everybody, nobody don't got nothing going on. I don't want my kids to be getting killed or to be learning about guns, playing around with guns in the streets. Like that's everything that I know. So I got to do what I got to do to get where I want to get. That's just what it is. They ain't gonna have to do what I do. They
Well,
not.
having kids, do you think about, especially in this time with Black Lives Matter and the whole craziness going on with police killing unarmed black men or black women, do you ever worry about that, or do you have those conversations with your kids?
Yeah, I do, and it's really scary out here. I try to talk to my sons, and
Hmm.
it's like sometimes I don't even know what to say. It's
Yeah.
like you don't even know how to protect your children from these cops or from crime because it's like they do this, it's a problem. They do this, it's a problem. Like I don't even know. I don't even have all the words to say for that. I really
Hmm.
don't. But I
You
try to
know,
protect my kids as much as I can. They don't like my kids are with me all the time in the house. Like I don't bring my kids around people. Like, I just don't do it.
One of your castmates, Trina, she's a legend. She got drugged for her comments about Black Lives Matter. Do you remember that? What did you think of that?
Um, I don't remember.
I think she was just a little upset, but she was calling people in the streets that were looting animals, and she was saying, "I don't ever have issues with the police." She was just talking about her personal experience.
Oh yeah, they tried to they drug her for filth and then tried to cancel her. I'm like, you can't cancel Trina, but you could be mad at her for a few months, but you can't cancel Trina now.
But she also apologized.
She did.
I mean, everybody like I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but like when it comes to my people, I'm very pro-black. I really care about my people. I care about black women, black men, black women. Like I just want to protect my people's. Like some stuff I'm really passionate about. So stuff like that. I don't know. I'm kind of like honestly, if you meet me in person, I'm kind of that friend that you got to explain to other people before I come walk in and hearing some shit that I don't like. Cause
I'm the same person. Look, I'll send you my number. If I ever FaceTime you, you have to. Every time I FaceTime somebody, they be like, "I'm with people." I'm like, "Okay, you better warn me."
yeah, yeah. But okay, the Trina thing, I think honestly, I feel like she was upset. Like we
Mhm.
all have our times when we're upset and we say the wrong thing. It happens. It's human. We done said some fucked up shit. I done said some fucked up shit. We done said it. But I mean, I guess she made an honest mistake.
When you feel like you say something messed up, like do you apologize? Do you backtrack, or you just kind of lean into it and keep it moving?
I mean, now that I'm a public figure, I never said anything wrong yet. But
Hmm.
I mean, now that I'm a public figure, I probably will start apologizing because the old me is just like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Like
But
that's
that's the time that I'm on. Why would you
yeah, yeah. Like
apologize?
I'll probably still do that. But I mean, it's just like where I'm going is kind of like I don't know. Stuff gets scary. I don't know. I guess the right thing to do if you feel like you made a mistake and you want to apologize to your fans, do it. But if it's some people that you really just don't give a fuck y'all. I don't care. Yeah, I said it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
can you explain to me, because we know that you're in WAP and we're going to get to that in a minute. I was happy to see
Wow.
I saw the unedited version of the video before it came out, and then I saw the video and I was glad to see you in it. But I want to ask you about wolf pussy. Now, what's the difference between wolf pussy and wet ass pussy?
Honestly, it's the
Wolf
same
pussy
thing.
get.
It's I think we just getting more in detail because it's definitely come from the same family. But when I said wolf pussy, I wasn't talking about with like on Friday when he was like, don't you be coming up here with that stinking ass wolf pussy. Like not necessarily stank, like just an animalistic cat, like a wild cat that need to be in a cage somewhere, like some object that's got these guys going crazy, like these guys really do be going crazy over me. So I just was thinking about myself, and I know it's a lot of people that can relate to that.
And then
There
so
you go.
that's a your highly anticipated mixtape, Wolf Pussy, but the lead single is Use a Hoe.
Yeah.
Are you calling other people a hoe, or are you saying like use a hoe?
No, like with the song, okay, so first and foremost, I just want to thank Ludacris for clearing that sample for me because
Hey,
that is such
Luda.
a big track. Like I'm so thankful. But yeah, just use the sample, use a whole, and basically, I was just roasting an imaginary girl. Like I just felt like I wanted to sing about my favorite like rappers at the same time. So the song is a ball of energy. It's just a little vibe, something for people to listen to. Maybe if the shoe fit, girl, fix yourself. You supposed to be getting this money from these niggas. You ain't supposed to be out there pet like you a sample. Who does that? Do you do that? Do you give yourself out like a sample?
Who, me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me? Oh, honey, I was just in New York last week and I was sampled from Manhattan to Harlem. Yes.
Okay.
Like a platter at KFC. I was sampled. Yes.
Period. Oh, not the. Okay.
So wrong with you,
Beautiful.
Because
Oh,
the thing is, I just I have said before I'm a hoe, and
yo.
I've been a trick because I believe if I can spend time with you and you give me your time, I can give you some clothes, I can give you some shoes, I can give you a trip. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
period. Oh, I know this guy's going crazy over you.
Well, they're driving me crazy now because I just lost 58 pounds, so I'm
Yes,
really getting
you
this
look
body right.
good,
Yeah,
honey.
once these abs get tighter and this ass get right and these legs, these thighs, sorry, damage. I'm gonna be in Miami on a boat. You're gonna have to come. It's gonna be a mess.
I'm
What you
really
doing?
proud of you.
What you doing with your thighs, Jason?
Well, I've been calling up my straight friends and looking at and telling them which parts of their bodies that I really like. And I have a friend that has these really nice thighs, and they're just, I mean, I want my thighs to be like that. Because a woman or a man, depending on where they want to be able to have something nice to hold on to. You
Well,
know.
it's your facial structure for me. Now after the 58 pounds, you were always handsome, but you could really see you giving straight face. Like
Thank
I'm
you.
really proud. I'm happy. I can't wait to see. Next thing you're gonna be modeling. You're gonna be
Oh,
a model.
I'm going to OnlyFans. I'm gonna be calling you for pointers because I swear to God, I've already told Cardi and told everybody. But I think I'm gonna do my transformation on OnlyFans, and then if I find somebody or two who wants to bust it open, we can
Period.
talk about it.
Okay.
You know what else I want to say to you too? I love how you came on the show barefaced and beautiful, not with a bunch of activities. Because
He
you got to
called it
show
activities.
no, because you got to show women that you can be lit and you can be successful and you can be cute without doing all the extra stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I was definitely at first I was just so scared to go on camera because I felt I was like I'm not pretty enough. I look like a clown. But
You did not think that.
You
oh
thought you
what
looked like
I
a
used to cry.
clown?
What I used to cry. Do you know like all the producers would have to calm me down before I go on camera because I used to cry because I used to just feel like I know TV is a lot of pressure. This is my first time on TV, so I was just like I don't want to do it because I just felt like I wasn't pretty enough. And then once I did go on camera, all these people started saying, "Girl, you are beautiful. You open the doors for brown women. Like just
Hmm.
keep your hair black. Stop all that fake hair stuff and like all the different colors. Just show give face." And that's when I started doing. I'm happy as hell. Like I feel like I'm beautiful. You know.
Where do you feel like that came from? Was that just something you thought, or why did you feel like you weren't pretty
Or
enough?
the
I
pressure
just felt
or the
like I
pressure
wasn't.
from the industry.
Yeah, it was like TV is just like different. I just felt like maybe I didn't have the TV look. It was
Mm.
just a lot that like it was national TV. Like I'm like, what? I don't know how to do this. I didn't have nobody to walk me through or give me the steps. It was just like, boom, get your makeup done, get on camera. I'm like, wait, hold up, what? You know?
There is no. They don't give you a guide. They throw you out there and you either sink or swim. Right. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. But
but
I swam down.
No, but I love it. But I think what works for you and what works for your fans is that you literally are giving them who you are. And I
Yeah.
love that in this interview, people are going to see you toned down and looking at you like because I can see the real who you are now. I see you on Instagram. I'd be like, this girl. I'd be calling Bobby like, this girl is off the hook. This girl is hilarious. But I always tell people also, if you know me privately and you know me publicly, you get the same thing. Like you
Yeah,
entertain for your fans and you entertain for what you do, but then privately, you got to be about your business, about your money,
yeah.
and about your hustle.
Seriously, that's all. I'm really big on my business. Like, I ain't got time to be playing around with nobody. I don't even beef with people. I feel like if it ain't helping me, or like even with the show, I was telling them, listen, I'm not finna beef with these people. I don't even know them. I'm not finna beef with people like
Hmm.
this is like, and I couldn't separate TV from the streets. That was my problem because it's like,
No,
li-
but that's not a problem, Suki.
well,
I
it's
mean, it
kind
could
of
be a
a
problem
problem
for
because
whoever
it's
she's
like,
beefing with.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like they always have to say, "Lo, is this TV? It's fake." But I'm just like, I'm really out here. I'm finna call. I'm finna have Pookie and them, and it's really gonna be something. I really had to separate the two because I just was like, ain't nobody finna throw no drink on my face and think that I ain't finna call the whoop doctor.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah.
I
But
didn't. I,
that's why they're not going to really try you too hard because they know that switch can flip very easily,
no,
and
they don't care. They don't
they
care.
don't care.
No, they don't care about nobody's switch flipping because the security and stuff. People, when the cameras come on, all them people change. Yeah. Seriously, like you will be cool, y'all talk, everything. Like the first time that I met Shay, she cool now, but how do y'all feel about Shay? Y'all know her? The Shay girl from she was my favorite.
I've met her. I don't know her though.
Okay, so the first time I met her, it was maybe like my first day on the show, and she came and sat next to me. She was like, "Hey, girl, you cute, just a little friendly thing." Then the next thing I know, I'm talking to one girl. She all in my face doing the most. I was like, so I think you might be on the show to be the one to start the drama because you don't make no music, and that's when I just peeped there. I'm like, girl, I'm finna stay away from you, but. Shay is actually a good person. She a crybaby like me. I
Uh-huh.
remember the time me and her was arguing, we just both was in the car crying. She went to her car and I went to my car and we was just crying the whole time. I was like, this is too much for me. But
It,
I loved it because I became one of the biggest fan favorites besides a few others. But other than that, baby, I definitely did that with
You
that.
Now
did.
I saw you did a live with it was I think you and Bobby you guys had stayed in Atlanta because we film
Oh,
over at Tyler Perry. You guys had filmed a live and you guys were on live or something and you had mentioned you didn't really like the new host Claudia Jordan who's a friend of mine, friend of the show. You didn't like her?
oh yeah, I didn't. Well, she's cool. I just didn't like. It's just on real hood. Like I don't like when people ask me questions twice. Like let me tell you something. First of all, I didn't understand because I guess the camera just need people to ask stuff again. So she
Yeah.
already said, "Girl, how your kids doing?" I said, "They fine." Told her about my kids. Then the next thing, it was like 30 minutes later, she was like, "So Suki, how are the kids?" Like, bitch, don't ask me about my fucking kids. But it was more so, it was more so Santana. He had a little. I don't know what it was with him and her. She wasn't a bad person. She was cool, but I don't
She
know.
caught a stray.
Now didn't Santana get shot at the office?
Oh yes, yeah. It's wild at the it's
So
wild at
offices because I've been to what are some of the other I've been to the G
oh,
Lounge,
G five.
G5.
Yeah,
G5 is hood too.
yeah. I mean, if you going in
My
that area, everything hood out here.
Miami, yeah, I was gonna say Miami is hood. Period.
Like you everything out here is hood. But yeah, yeah. But Santana was just out here the other day. I just had a big release party. That's my friend.
I didn't get invited.
I would never think you would want to come to the hood. It's ratchet. But
It's
if you
here.
come to Delaware,
No,
then
no,
you
no, no, no,
probably
no.
see. You know what? I should have reached out to
Let
you.
me tell you something.
What?
Tell her.
I flew to Philly, Ubered by myself to Delaware, and walked all the way up in Trapstock by myself. They was like, are you from Wildin' Out? Are you from Love? I was like, look, I ain't here for all that. Where's
Period.
Patience at? Period. But I had the best time because I love, that jail trade that just staring at you from the
Oh
corner,
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so lit. Period. Jail trade.
Hey yo, it's time for another Hollywood hookup. Now, everybody knows that we've been very open about making time for our self care. So during quarantine, we've been experimenting with a few things. One of them being a new CBD product from a company called Lord Jones, makers of the world's finest CBD products.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It seems like CBD is everywhere these days, but Lord Jones is the first and the best brand out there. Besides us here at Hollywood Unlocked, their premium CBD products have helped change the lives of big name celebrities for many years. Now, Lord Jones and Hollywood Unlocked want to help you change your life by experiencing the finest hemp derived CBD products on the market. From skincare products like moisturizers and lotions to edibles like yummy gumdrops, they've got it all.
They got everything. They got everything.
I'm telling you everything. And don't worry, everything is lab tested for purity, strength, and consistency, making their products the highest quality you can find out there on the market. So if you're curious about what CBD can do for you, trust me, you have to start with the best, and Lord Jones is that. Go to lordjones.com/unlock to get 25% off your first order. Go to lordjones.com/unlock for 25% off your first order. That's laurajones.com/unlock. And that's your Hollywood hookup.
Go get it now.
It's a lot of that.
Okay, so let's talk about WAP real quick. The number one song in the country. You're a
Yes.
part of that. You had a great moment in the video, and I know it was important. Cardi explained to me why it was important to have you, Mulatto, and the other women in the video. How did that come about for you? And like, how'd you get the call? And why did you want to do it?
I always been showing love to Cardi. I always loved Cardi because Cardi remind me of myself. Like
Mm.
she just, raw, ratchet. And I remember Cardi used to come to Delaware a lot. Like we got mutual friends, Patience. Cardi team hit me up. Patience hit me up, told me that Cardi wanted me in her video and that Cardi, loved me. And I just was like, I was in a hair salon with my girls. Like we was just chilling. When I got that call, it was just like everything stopped. Like, what you mean I'm finna be in Cardi B video? That was just a big moment for me, and for it to go number one,
Mm-hmm.
for us to have politicians mad and all these people out here mad because they got that DAP, it make me feel proud of myself
Why do you feel like everybody's so mad about it though?
because they got that DAP. It don't work like that.
What is that?
Dick ain't perfect. That's what it is.
Or dry ass pussy. Like
Yeah. Oh,
everybody cat can't get them a Bentley. Everybody cat can't get them this and that. So I understand why people do be mad. I would be mad.
but don't you think it's important though that like women are able to celebrate each other the way you guys all did with that video? Like to have those two performing together, to have all of the Rosalia and all the other women in the video. Like it's important because I kind of feel like rap is for years been a male dominated industry, and now people ain't saying is it Nicki versus Cardi? It's Cardi
Yeah.
versus Drake. It's men versus women because the women y'all are all pulling it.
I love it because it definitely opened a lot of doors for us to do that link up like that with all these big people in one room. It's just showing woman empowerment. Like
Mm-hmm.
it opened, it normalized it. It's
Mhm.
okay to show love to other women. This is how we win. So I was really happy to be a part of that.
So what female rappers did you look up to? I mean, were you do you know the Lil Kim and Foxy Brown era? Like, are
Yes,
you
I
okay?
definitely know the Lil Kim and Fox. I love Little Kim. Like Little Kim has been one of my favorite women artists, and Trina, like Nicki Minaj, like all these people. I grew up listening to them, so I always gotta give credit where it's due.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
So musically, how do you create? Like, what is your creative process when you know you're gonna go in to create a new song or a new mixtape or whatever?
A lot of my music, literally from this Wolf Pussy mixtape, that's realistic stuff. Like I get my heartbreak, I go in there and I make a track. When I'm feeling upset, I make music. Like it's all about my creative energy. Sometimes we just all go in there and vibe together, and we just play beats, we talk, we have conversations, we have arguments, and then somebody say play that beat. Then we all just start thinking. It's a team thing. That's why my tape came out so good, because that was a team effort. Like I didn't care about nobody's opinion. I wanted to come through and put my foot down and show people, listen, I love real music. I make real music. It's not just ratchet. I got timeless bops on my tape. I got
Mm-hmm.
big songs that got cleared. You can see I was inspired by a lot of great people, like Trina, like Trick Daddy, like Earth, Wind, and Fire, like the Gap Band. Like you can hear that in my music.
All right,
Miami
Right.
come through legendary music.
Who are
It's
some
really
people?
Miami inspired too.
Nah, that's what I'm talking about. Who are some people you want to collaborate with in the future?
I mean, I would like to collaborate with maybe like Adele,
See?
Cardi.
Fat Adele or skinny Adele?
I mean, I would say Fat Adele, but Skinny Adele look like she know a little bit of patois. She come on there and
Oh,
start
shit, the tits.
singing like a Jamaican. I'm with it, and then
She,
she got the Bantu knots. The girl must know who I am, because baby, yeah, yeah.
but the crazy thing for me is I thought Adele looked good, big and small. She's always
Oh,
been
let me
beautiful.
not. Yeah, Adele looked really good big. I was living for the areas. She was a thick girl,
Yeah,
but her small. Is she single?
I think. Well, yeah,
I think she
they
done.
say
She was
they,
dating somebody,
she
but I
was
don't know.
dating that African rapper from
Okay,
Nigeria.
there we go. That's what's inspiring this Caribbean type of vibe. Because I'm like, listen, Adele. I remember when I thought I was Jamaican too back in 2011. I had started dating some Jamaicans, and then next thing you know, I was all and the Jamaican fabrics too. So I was like, sis must got some Jamaican D. But I guess you said the African.
She got that mandingo, put them knots in her hair, put that cinch that waist, pulled her breast up. She said, "Fuck, I'm out here."
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you, who do you like least on Love and Hip Hop Miami? And who do you like the most?
Who do I like least? Well, I like me the most, and I like
Good answer.
I like least. Dang, I don't want to be a troublemaker.
I mean, you might just not care for him. Ain't no beef.
I really don't care for. I guess MJ, Amada boyfriend.
Okay, so Amada was on the show, and I told her about MJ. When she threw him out the house, he only had one suitcase. I was like, that should have been the sign right there that the
Wait,
nigga
you
had.
for that?
I told him Amada that. So when you threw him out, he only had one suitcase and one pair of shoes. You already knew he came to live. What you talk about?
Oh my gosh, no, you
He
didn't
came
do
to leave.
that.
Yes, I
That's
did.
true.
It's true.
So, are they still together?
I don't know. I don't think so. Well, from what I heard, I had lunch. I had dinner with a boxer from London in Vegas recently, and he was going on a date with Amada. So she shouldn't be dating if she with
Oh
some.
yeah. Oh well, that's lit. Well, okay, my girl out there, honey.
She's out there and
Yeah.
she's gorgeous. You guys have a gorgeous cast too. I just love your cast. I mean, except for Trick Daddy. He looked like he ready to kill you and embalm you and put you in the grave.
I mean, Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy. I love Trick Daddy.
But he's super nice though. People don't realize he's super nice.
He got smart ass mouth too, but he's everything. Like literally, you could vibe with Trick. Come to my studio sessions. Like people don't even know Trick. The first who heard my tape, like he was in there while I was making it. So that's family, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you feel when Stevie J was talking about the wigs in Miami? Did you
Oh,
ever
I didn't like that. I was like, Stevie, because I remember back in the day when Jocelyn was talking to you, like you ain't. I don't want to say that because Jocelyn my girl and Jocelyn be polished. But listen, like his resume, like when he talked to Faith Evans,
was
like what
married to Faith?
I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I think like honestly, I think he was trying to shade Jocelyn because he don't
Mm.
like unless he was mad at the ratings, then he was trying to shade Jocelyn because there's no reason that you should just come at all these females hair. Like nobody didn't do nothing to you. So either it was them ratings because I know once I got added to the cast, the whole thing was a thing. So I don't know if it was the ratings or was he mad at Jocelyn.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah, I
think it
think
was?
it's some things men got to just stay out of. We don't need to have any say so on what y'all hair need to look like and all
Yeah,
that.
I wasn't sure why he said that out of nowhere. Like I was so happy to be on a show and I'm watching us on TV. Amada hair was fucked up that day though. But at the end of the day, so well. We all have messed up hair days.
Would you put Tory Lanez on the song?
No, I would never. You know why? Because I don't support domestic abuse or domestic violence. Like literally, guys used to put their hands on me. I had to go to a domestic shelter to get away.
Really?
Yes, like I used to get beat on, and it was really bad. Like it was a generational thing because my mom did too. So I have a very soft spot for something like that. I was in a shelter and I was pregnant and I had another baby and it was just a really hard time for me to live like that at that time. So when I seen it, or I don't even care what happened, I don't support that at all.
But doesn't that experience that you've been through make you just celebrate your victories more now?
That's why I always, if you listen to my song "Forgot to Love Me," like I said, like some real one hitter quitters. I said, we used to be inseparable. Now I hate to stand next to you. I lost all respect for you. You can start back fucking with my ex on you. And I told him, like, listen, I remember when you used to put your hands on me, but now look how them diamonds dance on me. Like, you went from hiding that I was a star and everybody know it now. I know it. I didn't know I had this much potential because when I was with you and y'all hid that from me. Now y'all can't stop seeing me on TV,
It's
So
That's dope.
it made me happy that I did it with kids because those same guys told me that nobody would want me
mm,
because I have 3 kids and nobody would even want to hear my music or me be famous because I have a lot of kids and that
mhm.
hurt me and I was scared to even try.
So
But
so did the abuse start or did the abuse start in the mind, like with them trying to control you
yeah,
or hurt you break you down mentally?
yes, that's how it starts and that's why I tell women like it starts with like verbal abuse, and then it starts to choking you up, controlling you, keeping you in the house, locking you in a room, locking you in the basement, locking you here, or chasing you down the street, yanking you out the club. Like that stuff gets worse with women. I tell them all the time, listen, you have to leave him. It's going to get worse. It doesn't stop. Once a guy feels like he controls you, that's it. It's
But
just like a dog.
do you think any of that was what affected your thoughts on yourself on camera? Like, was any of that any of the influence that made you second guess, what you look like or how you were?
No, no, it was. It definitely wasn't that. At that moment, I was really excited to show the world who I was, and I just wanted to be up to par. I wanted to be perfect, and it was more so me being nervous, scared, happy, everything at the same time. I was just looking at everything wrong. I was like, my lace showing. That boy Kendall gonna talk about me. I was just so everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I just wasn't with it.
It's a lot of women that's going through that, even like today. Maybe that's watching this. How did you get that strength to leave the situation?
Um. Okay. One of my last relationships, I gave this guy everything, all I had. I left out of my house, moved in with him, lost my car. It was just like I was losing everything and everything being with this guy. And I done gave him everything I had till I have nothing else to give. And at that moment, when I didn't even have no money in my pocket, I just had to leave. I got my kids and I moved back to Atlanta with nothing, literally. And at that moment, it's just like I didn't have nowhere else to go but up. I'm not going down. I'm already at the bottom.
Mm.
So I'm just so happy I got out of those toxic relationships because I understand it's really hard to get out of it. Especially like if you a hood mom, you in the hood, you don't really have no dreams of getting out because nobody else believe in dreams. People
Mhm.
thought I was weird. I used to try to rap my songs to my boyfriends. They never even listened. They said, "Oh, I don't want my girl to be no rapper. I don't want to hear that." Like, never even opened up my rap book. Now look at me. They probably on drugs, hurting the next girl, beating up the next girl, or just living in their karma. But I just want women, like I'm really passionate about that. Like women, you just gotta, whatever strength you have in you, I don't care if you don't have no money, he's the one taking care of you. It's help out there. You like my friend, when I was going to the shelter, I didn't have no car, nothing. She had to drop me off at the Dunkin' Donuts. The people had to come and pick me up and take me to the shelter. I was in that shelter, and they end up moving me to Atlanta, and then I got to start over my life. Like sometimes you gotta ask for help.
Mhm. And so what advice do you have to young girls or young women who, may have the same fears you had when you went on TV with, not being pretty enough or not doing whatever? What advice do you have for them to be able to like dig deep into themselves and find their beauty?
I mean, I always say this. I feel like before you even try to understand what beauty is, you can't listen to what the TV says or what these cosmetic lines say. You have to learn your history. You have to learn your black history. You have to find out who your ancestors are so you can understand that you did not come from slavery. You come from kings and queens, and you come from a royal bloodline. It's in our blood. So you go and look at our queens, and you see they have the same noses, they have the same facial structures, they have the same body. This is what the standard of beauty for our people is. It's not to look your opinion. It's not to have our nose skinny. That's not what our pretty is. We are really beautiful. So you got to take it back and start learning what self-love is. You got to start loving yourself for who you and your ancestors is. I feel like connect with your ancestors. And then when you start going on TV, you got to understand that it's a lot of women who look like you, who going
Hmm.
through the same thing. It's a lot of girls with gaps in their mouth. Somebody gonna love you.
I love it.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
it too. So what else does Sukihana want to do? You're doing it all now. What else you want to do?
I'm ready to start acting. Like I don't know if you watch my page, you see that I love acting. Like that's just my thing. I went to acting school. I want to start acting. I want to start directing movies. That's like my biggest goal. I'm excited to do it. And everything that I'm doing right now, I manifested. As far as loving hip hop,
Hmm.
everything that I got, I wrote it down on my goal board, and everything just started happening. So that's what's next. The movies.
What kind of movie would you like to be in though? Like, what's your theme? What's your genre?
Well, she gonna have to do some comedy.
Yeah, definitely
For
comedy.
sure.
I want to definitely do comedy. I want to do some drama, like dramatic. Like I want to do romantic comedy. Like just a lot of different things. But I wrote a few movies that I have written that one day I'm going to pursue. But that's really what I want to do.
Let's
Hmm.
do it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you can come back here anytime you want. And when I come to Miami, now if I look you up now, don't be dodging me.
Oh, I'm not. I really want to say shout out to Hollywood Unlocked because listen, you guys really show love to me and my brand. Like I couldn't even believe that you guys, post me as much as you do.
Well, yeah, you're highly entertaining. Your fans love you. Our fans love you. I totally love you more now that I've had a chance to actually meet you and see you, and I know that people are going to see you here. And I love
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you're doing what you need to do to take care of you and your family, and the fact that you shield your kids from being caught up in all this crazy shit online in the world of entertainment is it's commendable. And I don't know if a lot of people know your story and your struggle and where you've come from, but people have to appreciate you even more. And I wish you all the success, and I'll always be here to support you.
Thank you.
But when I
Love.
when I come to Miami, I want to see the niggas.
Yeah, come to Miami so we can get our little link up and people can know that we really out here together.
Oh
Because
no,
you
I'll
need to
I'll,
be on
I'll
the
get
show.
I'll get the boat. You bring the niggas. I get the boat.
Oh, I'll bring
And
them.
bring your homegirls too. Don't just bring niggas.
Bring the home girls.
Yes, please.
Oh, I got
Damage,
home girls.
You
damage,
got. Yeah, I'm sure you got one or two. Like,
damage. This is a
don't bring a
different
bunch of
damage.
niggas on the
This is a
phone.
different type of turn up. You ain't.
Uh-uh.
I'm gonna let.
You're not excluding me for this.
This is
Bring
for
your
the
homegirls
trades
too.
and the mangy cunt. Is that
Okay, well, yeah, let's do something else after that.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
meet you
Yeah,
at the strip
come
club.
back anytime. Wolf Pussy is out. Go get it. I want to go here. What's the song you said that talks about the relationship?
Forgot to love me. Go
Forgot to
listen
love
to
me.
Forgot to Love Me. Then you gonna understand. Like it'll make you look at me in a different way. You gonna
No, because see, that's why we do this show, because we I can see you. I see you.
yeah, I can
I get it, and I love the theatrics, the bow-legged the boots with the shoebox money. I'm gonna tell you that one right there for me was like, okay, why are we not? We need to be following her every day.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Yeah, that was
For that.
you're hilarious. No, your skits are funny.
Thank you.
Well, tell Kill Bill I said to take good care of you.
Oh, he will. That's all he do. He will. Like,
All
okay,
right.
thank you guys.
Yes, come back soon. Bye.
Okay,
Peace.
bye.